Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome.
How are you?
Oh, you know, different day, different beard.
Nice beard, I was going to say.
That's how it's going these days.
Lockdown style.
Yeah.
See everything right
Okay, give me 2 minutes. I need more time. Kind of jealous of your balcony setup there, Alban.
Yeah, that was another lockdown project.
Good work.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. Small class today. We're three. Just three different countries today. So yeah, turn off your microphones, please. Yeah, no one on YouTube this morning. It's all good. So today we start standing. It's really dark today. It's overcast and dark, but I think you can see just fine. So let's arrive on our mat. Standing nice and straight. Let's start to connect to our breath by closing the lips. Closing the eyes for a few breaths. Take some deep breaths. 4 or 5 seconds to breathe in, the same to breathe out. Send the breath all the way down towards your waistline. Next breath, make it really deep, completely fill the lungs. Breathe out, open your eyes. Slightly more gentle breathing now, just a more kind of regular feeling of breath, but still keeping the lips sealed, breathing through the nose. So we make one slow sun salutation, 2 more a little fast, and then we go into modified sun salutation. So let's begin. Breathing in, stretching the arms sideways, reaching up to the sky. Full lungs at the top and look up. So 2 or 3 breaths in each position to start. Next, exhale. Suck in the belly a little, bend the knees, forward fold. Try and bring your fingertips in line with the toes and relax the head. Change. Come up halfway, flat back, stretching the head and neck forward, rolling the shoulders back away from the ears. Change. Hands down to the floor, high plank. Step yourself back to high plank and spend 2 breaths on high plank. Press down to lock out the elbows and try and round the space between the shoulders. You can put your knees on the floor or you go down via a press up, exhaling our way down, hovering off the floor if we can. And then breathing in, slide forward, upward dog. Stretch up, look up. Toenails are in the floor. And change. You can put your knees down, go through all fours, and let's set up downward dog. So take the weight into the hands, put the toes into the floor, lift up the knees, send the hips up towards the sky, suck in the belly, press back through the hands so the biceps are next to the ears. Okay, first downward dog of the day. Let's start to walk the dog. Pedal legs left and right. Kind of shake your tail a little bit from side to side. That really gets into the lats. You can actually pivot on the big toes. Take your weight into the big toes and shake your tail side to side. You can try and bend both knees at the same time. And then hold still. Keep pressing your fingers into the floor, sucking in the belly, sending the hips up to the sky, pressing down through the palms, breathing steadily. Take one more breath. And then change. Look forward between your hands. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, take little steps forward into the fold. Change. Breathe in. Slowly come up. Stretch up, reach up. Full lungs at the top. Breathe out, forward fold. Let's go a little faster now. Breathe in, come up halfway. Breathe out, hands on the floor, high plank, step or jump back, lower yourself down to chaturanga. Inhale, slide forward, upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back down dog. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale as you step or jump to the front into the fold. Breathe in, stretch up, reach up. Full lungs at the top. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank. Lower yourself down whilst exhaling. Inhale, slide forward to up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes into the floor and push back to down dog. Inhale, look forward, step or jump to the front into the fold. Fully exhale, then breathe in. Arms sideways, reach up, stretch up. Last one, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank. Lower yourself down whilst exhaling. Inhale, slide forward, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, push back down dog. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale as you step or jump to the front, into the fold. Breathe in, stretch up, reach up. Okay, this time we mix it up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come up halfway. And then we step back with the right foot into a lunge. Big step back. Remember to keep the knee above the ankle. Next, we breathe in, take the arm sideways, reach up and stretch up, full lungs. Lean back, and then exhale, hands come down, either side of the foot. Step back to high plank, lower yourself down, exhaling. Inhale, slide forward, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back to down dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, pick up your left foot into the air, and then step it through as you exhale back into that lunge. Take the hands behind your back, interlock the fingers, breathe in. Open the chest, roll back the shoulders, breathe out. Breathe in again, arms sideways, reach up. Lean back, breathe out. Step your right foot in to meet the left, forward fold. Breathe in, arms sideways, reach up, stretch up. And breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, this time stepping back the left foot into the lunge. Big step back. Breathe in, arms sideways, reach up, stretch up. Lean back, and then breathe out. Hands come down either side of the foot. Step the right foot back to high plank. Lower yourself down, exhaling. Inhale, slide forward to up dog. Tuck the toes, push back. Exhale into down dog. Picking up the right foot, three-legged dog. Breathe in and then breathe out as you step the foot through. Hands behind the back. Breathe in, open the chest, roll back the shoulders. Breathe out. Inhale, arms sideways, reach up. Stretch up and lean back. Breathe out, hands come down each side of your foot. Step the feet together into a fold. Inhale, take the arms up, last time. And exhale, release hands into prayer. Take a breath or two. Change. Okay, we're moving through warrior series now. So start at the front of your mat. Feet together. Toes together. Cannot get my camera right today. Let's try this. So, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. We start by stepping back the right foot. Big step back. And our hip bones face forward. So, we're going to breathe in and stretch the arms up. Breathe out, bend the front knee. So hip bones face forward, stretch the arms up towards the ceiling, biceps next to the ears. To make this a little harder, you can lean back into a back bend and look up at the hands. Pressing down through the outside edge of the back foot and twisting the hip in. Steady breathing in and out through the nose. Quick check that you can see the big toe on the front foot. Hold it. Nice deep breaths. Last inhale, and then exhale into Warrior 2. We just turn the back foot. So we do our checks again. The knee is above the ankle. We can see the big toe on the front foot. The spine is straight. We're stretching the arms in opposite directions. Looking just in front of the middle finger on the front hand. Breathe steadily. And then change. Flip the front palm to reverse the warrior. Breathe in, take the front hand up. The back hand just rests gently on the thigh. Feel a nice stretch through the chest. One more deep breath. And then exhale, take your forearm down to the front knee. Ujja Parsvakonasana. The backhand makes a circle to the back, up, and over. One straight line from your fingertips to the rear feet. Rear foot, even. I guess we have one at the back. To make it harder, you can take the weight out of the forearm. If you need to lean on it more, that's fine. Change. We're going back to reverse warrior, but this time with a front leg. Inhale and then exhale it back to Warrior 2 arms. Triangle is next. So if you have a very wide stance, maybe you can walk the back foot in a tiny bit. And then we start to stretch forward and lean forward. Keep leaning, leaning, leaning until you can't lean anymore, and then just hinge at the hips. Wherever your hand touches, where it should stay. Press your knuckles into the shin to twist the top arm round. We're looking for a straight line between the top arm and the bottom arm. Breathing steadily through the nose. You can look down, forward, or up at the top hand. Keep pressing the knuckles into the shin. Keep stretching your arm up towards the ceiling, trying to straighten the elbow. Final breath. And to come out, you inhale and go out the same way we went in. Hands to the hips and step the feet together. Back foot comes into the front. And let's do that on the other side. It seems to be getting darker here. So let's switch side. This time, big step back with the left foot. Fingers on the hip bones, so our hip bones face forward. So the back foot is around 45 degrees. Breathe in, stretch up, reach up. Try and lock up the elbows, biceps next to the ears, bend the front knee. Quick check that we can see the big toe. We're pressing through the outside edge on the back foot and we're twisting our left hip in. Keep stretching up, maybe looking up, maybe leaning backwards if you want to turn it on a bit more. Feel a nice strong connection with the feet on the ground. And breathe. Sometimes it feels like you're pulling energy from your feet up through the body, out of the hands. Sometimes you get this sensation. Final inhale and exhale, hands come down, shoulder height. We turn the back foot, so now it's 90 degrees. Heels are in one straight line. Look just in front of the middle finger on your front hand. This is where you focus. Keep stretching the arms in opposite directions. Should feel like someone's pulling your hands in opposite directions. Really opened the chest. Quick check, you can see your big toe on the front foot. Press down through the outside edge of the back foot. Change, flip the front palm and breathe in. Reverse warrior. Rear hand just gently rests on the thigh. We're looking up towards the top hand. Really try and make your chest expand as you breathe in. Breathe out, take the forearm down. So the back hand makes a circle, back, up, and over, stretching in a straight line from your toes all the way to the fingers. Look up at the top hand. And change. Go back the other way, reverse warrior, this time with a straight front leg. And then exhale your way back to warrior two, arms ready for triangle. Maybe you need to walk the back foot in slightly. And then let's start to lean forward. The hips kind of come out at the back a little bit. Stretch, 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 and then hinge. Press your knuckles into the shin. Twist the top arm around. Looking down, forward, or up. Keep the weight spread evenly across your feet. The front knee is straight, so is the back knee. Keep stretching your hand up towards the ceiling. Breathing steadily through the nose, relaxing the face and forehead. Change, breathe in, come back out the way we went in. We're going to turn the front foot now in for a wide leg forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Breathe in, make your spine long. Try and make space in the vertebrae before you breathe out and forward fold. Trying to keep the spine super straight. So when you feel the spine round, the hands come down. Maybe on the floor, or a good place to go is to put your knuckles into the shins again. Stretch the head and neck forward. Roll the shoulders backwards and try and fold down with a straight spine. Keep the weight spread evenly across the feet. So imagine on the very top of your skull, there is a piece of string and someone is pulling that piece of string. That would stretch out the head and neck and make space in the spine. This is the sensation we're trying to create. With each breath in, we make space. And with each breath out, we try and fold down into that space. Keep the knees either locked out of the knee or very slightly bent. Keep rolling the shoulders back away from the ears. Face and forehead relaxed. Maybe you can grab the outside edges of your feet and pull on those. If you've got release down towards the ground. Final breath. And we come out on an inhale. Engage the core very slowly with control. Come back upright. Let's take the hands behind the back to go back to our shoulders. Breathe in. Open the chest. Roll back the shoulders and then breathe out, forward fold. So this time, trying to take the hands towards the ceiling behind the head. Again, the knees can be straight or slightly bent. You can experiment by opening or closing the heels of your hands to see how that feels. Change. Breathe in. Come back upright. We're going to go into that one more time today, but we're just going to switch our fingers. So you'll notice that the left or right thumb is on top. Just switch your grip so that the different thumb is on top. It's going to feel a little different. So breathe in and breathe out, forward fold. Close your eyes, really focus on the shoulders. The spine can be slightly rounded on this one. One more breath. And change. Inhale, come back upright. Arms up to the side. Exhale. Then bring your feet together, hands together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, good work. Take a little sip of water if you need. We're going to move on to the standing balance next. Okay, so find your place at the front of the mat. Feet together. Make your toes touch and your heels touch. Stand straight. So first one, Vrikshasana, tree pose. We'll start on the left foot. Just pick up the toes and put them down a few times. Get a good grounding through your foot. Especially the big toe. The standing leg's going to be really strong and straight. We pick up the other leg and place it either below the knee or above the knee. So for all the standing balances, we need to pick something in front of us to stare at. Something to just fix your vision to keep stable. So stable focus, stable breath helps us balance. To go further, we'll breathe in, stretch the arms up. Find your focus. Face and forehead is relaxed. We take 3 more breaths. So really stretch up as you breathe in. Trying to take it to the maximum now. Stretch up, reach up, And then exhale, slowly lower down the hands. Release the foot. And switch sides. So pick up the right toes a few times, put them down. Get a good grounding through the right foot. And then pick up the left foot. Below the knee or above the knee. Just never on the knee itself. Find our focus, go back to the breath. And to go further, breathe in, stretch up, reach up. Steady breathing. Nice strong connection between the foot and the floor. Final 3 breaths. Inhale, make your spine grow 2 inches up towards the ceiling. On the next exhale, release. Slowly come down. Release the foot. Shake off the legs. Next one is Garudasana, eagle pose. Again, the feet touch, heels touch. Breathe in, take the arms up. And breathe out, right arm crosses under the left at the elbows. Hands either go on the shoulders, either bring your palms to touch, or interlock the fingers. Move your elbows slowly up and down, just to open the shoulders a little bit, and then hold them in the down position. We sit back into the chair, and we're going to pick up the right leg, place it over the left thigh. You can stay here if you feel wobbly, or you can try and wrap the foot around. I'm the wobbly one today. Okay. Let's find our focus. Go back to the breath. Sit down in the chair, trying to get the knees and the elbows into the center line of the body. Steady breathing. Two more breaths. And slowly change. Unravel the legs, press down through the knees, unravel the arms, stretch up, breathe in. Breathe out. This time, left arm under the right. Move the elbows slowly up and down. And then hold them down, suck in the belly, squeeze the legs together, sit back into the chair. If you want to go further, pick up the left foot. And sit back down in the chair. Knees and elbows to the center line of the body. Steady breathing. Two more breaths. Very good focus. Unravel your legs. Breathe in, unravel the arms. Stretch up. Breathe out, hands into prayer. Change. We'll go for dancer. Back to the left leg. Reach your arm out from the side like this. We're going to pick up the right foot. The knee stays here, okay? We want to avoid the knee coming out to the side. I never ever teach this kind of rotated dancer pose. So next step, we take the left hand up next to the bicep. Throughout the pose, you try and keep the bicep here. It's like we're high-fiving someone in front of us. Next, we start to kick back the leg. The torso stays straight first. First, it's just kicking back leg, kicking back leg, kicking back leg. When you can't kick the leg anymore, then you start to hinge a little at the hips. But trying to keep your hips square and the knee in line. Bicep next to the ears. The upper body is kind of back bending, looking up. Kicking back, lifting up in equal measures. Kicking and lifting. Hold it now. Take it to your maximum. Hold it. for 3, 2, 1. Change. Take a breath. Let's switch sides. So this time, right leg, it's really strong and straight. Pick up the left foot. You take the right hand up, bicep next to the ear, palm facing forward like you're high-fiving someone in front of you. So when we're looking in this one, we're looking slightly upwards. I'm looking at the top of this door frame here. So breathe in, stretch up the hand. Breathe out, kick back the leg. Kick, 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 kick. When you can't kick anymore, then you slightly hinge at the hips, kicking back and lifting up in equal measures. The standing leg needs to be straight at the knee. Steady breathing. Keep stretching forwards, looking upwards, kicking backwards. Take it to the maximum. 3, 2, 1. Change. 2 breaths. Okay, next one is standing big toe stretch. Let's go back to the left foot. And with our 2 fingers, we're going to pick up the big toe. So, if this pose is new to you, you can just stay here. Or if you feel wobbly, otherwise we're going to kick this leg forward. Try and make the leg straight. I'm feeling very stiff hamstring today, but just, it doesn't matter if your knee's bent, we're trying to get straight leg. You can stay here, or you can take the knee out to the side, counterbalance with the left hand, maybe make a mudra with your fingers. Breathe steadily, spine straight. And then come back to the center, hands on your hips, let go of the foot. Try and keep the leg extended, spine straight. Try not to lean forwards or backwards. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, change. Switch sides. Take the weight into the right foot. Pick up the left big toe. Set yourself up. So at this point, really straight spine, standing leg really strong. You can stay here or you kick out the leg. So you kind of push out through the heel and you sort of push up through the toes as well. Standing leg very straight. Let's take now the leg out to the side. You can counterbalance with your right hand. Steady breathing. Spine super straight. Change. Come back to the center. Hands on your hips. Try and let go of that leg. Push out through the ball of the foot and push out through the heel. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee and let it back down. Okay, let's do one final standing balance. This time we go from the back of the mat. We're going for warrior 3. I'm going to go with airplane wings. So breathe in, take your arms up. Next, we step the left foot forward, big step. Now my back heel is off the ground. I'm going to use that back foot to kind of spring myself forward into a T shape. The back leg comes up, and then we sweep the arms back like aeroplane wings. Steady breathing, stretch the arms back, keep kicking that leg back. Try and make the back knee straight and lift it hip height. Steady breaths, and to come out, we go back on the back foot, and then we step the front in and breathe in. Okay, good. Straight onto the other side. Right foot comes forward. Now my left heel's off the floor, then we kind of spring forward, standing leg goes straight, and we sweep the arms back for airplane wings. Steady breathing. You're looking at the floor somewhere in front of your mat. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Go back on the back foot. Bring the front foot in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, good work. Let's take it down to the mat now. That's all the hardest bits done. We'll breathe in and stretch up. Breathe out, fold down. Come to the front of your mat, Netta. There we go. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back to high plank. Stay in high plank. Exhale, you can put your knees down or lower yourself down through a press up. Just tap your chin on the floor. And stay here. I'm going to adjust my camera. The next one will be Cobra pose. And for Cobra, we zip up the legs together. And we put our toenails into the floor. Good. So the legs squeeze together and stay squeezing together the whole time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift the torso. So you press your toes into the ground so that your knees lift off the floor. And you try and lift the upper body using only upper body strength. Hands are not really doing anything, just there for a tiny bit of support. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Steady breaths. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Change. Tap your chin on the floor. And now walk your hands out 2 hand paces to the side. This time, relax the legs. Relax from the waist down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push your hands into the floor. Lift the torso. So this time we're using arm strength to lift the upper body. Looking good. Okay, relax everything from the waist down. Bring the elbows in and drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe. Send the breath all the way down the body towards the feet. Follow the breath as you inhale, moving through the body, down through the nose, through the chest, through the torso. Maybe you can follow the breath all the way down to your feet. Couple more breaths, stretching forwards and upwards as we inhale. And then to come out on an exhale, go forwards and down. Your spine should feel a bit longer. Arms by the side. We turn our head to the right and put your left ear on the floor and just relax. So it's a nice way to get a breather, but also stretch the neck. Change, come back to the center. Next one, gondola. We're going to zip up the legs again like we did in Cobra. So Cobra legs. And take the hands behind the back, interlock the fingers. Squeeze the legs together and keep them squeezing together. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift the legs, lift the torso, lift the arms. Lift everything up. Keep squeezing the legs together. Stretching the arms up. Breathe steadily. Try and relax the face. Relax the forehead. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Change. Turn your head to the right or left. I can't remember which side we went. I think we turned to the left, right here on the floor. Relax down into the ground. Breathe. Change. Come back to the center. Okay, it's time for bow pose, Dhanurasana. For this one, we bend up the knees and grab the feet. Okay, keep the knees parallel. Don't let the knees come out to the side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Kick back the legs. Lift up the torso. Roll back the shoulders. Kicking and lifting in equal measures. A little bit like we did in standing bow. Kick and lift. Kick and lift. Hold it. 3, Try and look up, 2, 1, change, low down. Turn your head to the right, relax. Change, come back to the center. Okay, we're gonna do bow one more time because it's so good for us. This time, there is an alternate grip I'm gonna show you. Instead of grabbing from the outside, you can grab from the inside and put your thumb next to the big toe. Hope that makes sense. If not, just go for the first grip, which is grabbing from the outside. So outside on the knuckles or inside, thumb next to big toe. If you're grabbing from the inside, try and put your thumb in the space between the big toe and the first toe. And now the knees can come out a little wider. We don't need to keep them parallel anymore. Breathe in, breathe out, kick back and lift up. Here we go again, kicking and lifting in equal measures. Letting the shoulders roll back a bit. Maybe roll forward onto your belly and then lift again. Kick and lift, hold it. 3, 2, 1, change, lower down. Head to the left, right here on the floor. Totally relax, down into the ground. Change. Come back to the center, press yourself up. You can do a press up or you can put your knees on the floor. Utrasana, camel pose. First, I'll show you how we do this. Just watch this time. Put the hands on the lower back. Lean back. We go 1, 2. And to come out, it's like this. 1, 2. So if any time you need to come out, just do that. Okay. Breathing in, spine long. Breathe out, start to lean back slowly. Take your hands down to the heels, one at a time. And now we think about stretching the waistline forward, kind of where a belt buckle would be. Push that forward. Lean the head back, lean the shoulders back. Breathe deeply in and out through the nose. Keep the face and forehead relaxed. Keep pushing your waistline forward. If it becomes painful, slowly come out on your own. Otherwise, we're going to spend 3 more deep breaths. Slowly change. Hands to the lower back, come upright, and just flip over onto your back in Shavasana. Slowly, safely make your way down to the floor. Quite an intense back bend. It's normal to feel a bit dizzy or lightheaded. Keep your eyes open for this one. And just totally relax the body. Change. Go onto your side and come to seated. So that were the back bends. Now we do the forward bends. And I'm going to use a block and a strap through the forward bends. Okay, we'll mix it up a little bit today. So we'll start with Janusarasana. Sole of the right foot on the left thigh and knee slightly bent. So you can use your belt at this point around the ball of the foot. Keep the shoulders level. Often in this one, the left shoulder comes up. So work with the breath. Inhales to lengthen the spine. Exhales to fold down. You should mostly feel this in the left hamstring. Final breath. Change. Just let go of your belt. Okay, now we're going to take the left hand in and underneath the calf. Next, we're going to take the right hand over. We're going to try and stack the shoulders a little bit like they are in a triangle. Breathe in, make a circle. So now you should feel a nice stretch on the right side of the torso. Try and look up towards the hand. Change. Now we take the right hand and post it on the mat. So from here, we're going to sweep the left hand, breathe in, come up on this knee and push the hips forward like this. Breathe in. So the left leg is straight at the knee and we press down to the outside of the left foot. The right hand is directly stacked underneath your shoulder and look up at the left hand. Push out your hips, expand the chest. And to come out, we exhale and go exactly the same way we went in. Swing the arm back down, sit your hips back down. Okay, let's go for half cow. So the left leg will come forward now, straight down the center, and we pick up the right foot, place it outside the left knee. Trying to get my knee down to touch the other knee. The way I do that is by sliding forward on the floor. Suck in your belly, make the spine really straight, and then start to lean forward with a straight spine. We're going back now to a stretch in the left hamstring. If you can grab the foot whilst keeping a straight spine, go ahead and do that. If you feel the spine rounding, keep the hands behind the back. Totally up to you. Try and relax the hamstring each time you exhale. Always keeping awareness to the breath, steady flowing breath. Makes your practice a moving meditation. Changing into seated spine twist, sliding this foot outside the knee. Now we put the right hand at the base of the spine. Going to twist to the right. So breathe in, stretch up to the left hand. Breathe out, twist to the right, hook the elbow on the knee. So 3 breaths, 3 twists. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Hold it there. And slowly change. Release. Come back to the center. No rush. Unravel the legs. And switch sides. So, same again, but on the other side. I'm going back to my block. The first one, Janusarasana. So knees slightly bent. Belt on the ball of the foot. Trying to get our belly to touch the thigh. And then straighten the leg with the belly touching the thigh. And keeping it straight back. Shoulders are back, away from the ears. That's why we're using the strap. Because if you use your hands, your shoulders round, which isn't bad per se, but being jiu-jitsu fighters, we want to work more on pulling our shoulders back. So go back to your breath. Final breaths. 2 more. Change. Just release your belt. Okay, now we kind of open the knees slightly to the left and take the right hand underneath the calf again. We take the left hand in a kind of circular motion round. So feel the stretch on the left side of the torso. Looking at the hand, maybe taking some deep breaths. Change on the next exhale and post your left hand down on the mat. Just behind you, we're going to stack the shoulder on top of that hand. The right hand is going to sweep towards your foot. And then breathe in, sweep it towards your head. The right leg is straight at the knee. We press down to the outside edge of the foot. Looking good. Yeah, we've got good position there. Look at the hand. Press the hips slightly forward and take deep breaths. Final breath. And on the next exhale, we come out the same way we went in. Sweep the arm back down towards the foot. Next one is half cow. So now the foot comes straight down the center. We pick up the left foot, place it outside the right knee, and then bring the knees down to touch. I go up on my hands or fists, suck in the belly, and then slide forward. So right leg is stretched out in front. You kind of flex the toes back a bit. Weight spread evenly across both sit bones. Suck in the belly. Fold down as you exhale. Create length in the spine as you inhale. Face relaxed, jaw relaxed. Forehead relaxed, shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed. Two more deep breaths. And to come out, release. Back upright, taking this left foot to the outside of the right knee for our seated spine twist. This time the left hand posts and keeps the spine straight. The right hand stretches up with an inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Hook the elbow on the knee. Okay, let's do it. 3 twists. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out. Push your elbow into the knee. Twist the torso. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. This time we go with the head, neck, eyes. Breathe in to lengthen. Exhale, twist everything to the left. Don't push too hard, but take everything to the left. Hold it. Slowly release. Unravel your arms, unravel your legs, and feet come out to the front. Okay, we're going back to the belt, around the ball of the feet. Slightly bend the knees, get the belly to touch the thighs again. Super straight spine, shoulders back, and fold down. Three more breaths. Maybe you can straighten the legs a bit more. Release the belt, come back upright. I'm going to hop onto my block and bring the feet together for Baddha Konasana. bound angle pose or cobbler pose. We get the heels as close to the hips as we can, and with our thumbs, we open the soles of the feet like a book and press the elbows into the thighs. So Baddha Konasana, literally bound angle pose. Whenever you hear the Sanskrit names, asana always refers to the pose. A pose is an asana. The word kon means angle. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Trikonasana, for example, is triangle pose, three-angled pose. Okay, change. Bring the knees together. Going to move on to all fours. Go into the hip opening segment of the class. We have some hip opens to do, some floor series, and then we finish with a short meditation. So, on all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, taking the left knee towards the left wrist, and then sliding the left foot towards the right hand. Pivot. Wherever the foot stops is where it stays. It doesn't matter if it's straight back or if it's more like 90 degrees. We're trying to keep the hips level here. Suck in the belly, start working your left hip towards the floor. If you know you need a cushion or a block, this is where you would put it underneath the left hip. Start to breathe into the left hip. So literally follow the breath through your nose, down the body into the left hip with each inhale. And as you exhale, try and follow it from the hip back out. It's good to close the eyes and really focus on what's happening in the left hip. If you feel the hip releasing, you can go down lower onto your forearms. If you're really flexible and your hip is on the floor, you can take it down onto the floor. No pain. If it becomes painful, always go back a step. It's good to close the eyes, zoom in to where you find the tension, and with each exhale, try and let go of tension. So breathing in energy, breathing out stress or tightness in the hip. Try and keep your forehead relaxed. Make sure you're not biting down on the jaw. These are signs that you're pushing too hard. And this is the same in any pose. The way you go deeper into the stretches is just to relax, never by forcing. Another thing you can do is use a cushion or a pillow here underneath your head or underneath your chest. Especially in a yin yoga class, you would put a cushion or a bolster underneath your chest. You can also make a pillow with your hands. Let's take 3 more breaths. And think about coming out. Back onto the forearms, back onto the hands. We're going to walk the right foot and right knee in, and we'll slide the left foot and left knee out. Back to all fours. Take a moment just to square off the hips and shoulders, even everything out, and then change sides. So right knee to right wrist, right foot pivots towards the left wrist. Now walk the left foot and left knee backwards. Start to get the right hip down to the floor. Could be totally different on this side. Start breathing into the right hip. All the time keeping a straight spine. So whilst we're going into pigeon, we're going to talk a little bit about yoga theory. I'm going to start bringing a little theory into the experience classes because I need to give you less cues. So So the kind of main theory and philosophy behind yoga is called the 8 limbs. So if you're interested, you can Google 8 limbs of yoga. They are as such: yama, which is kind of the rules of how to behave, what not to do, things like non-violence. Niyama, which is kind of how to treat yourself. Then we have asana, which is your typical yoga class is an asana class. Pranayama, which is breathing, which we also get in most yoga classes. Pratyahara, withdrawing from the senses. Dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, which are 3 phases of focusing attention, further withdrawal from the senses, single point of focus, and finally reaching samadhi, which is a place of relaxation, clarity. You might say something like nirvana. I'll go a little deeper tomorrow or next class, into the yama, which is the first of the 8 limbs. So right now we take 3 more breaths. Last chance to let go of that bit of tension in the hip. And we think about coming out, back to the forearms, back onto the hands, walking the left foot, left knee in, sliding the right foot, right knee out. Two breaths, and we're going to go for dragon lunge now. So back to the left side, the left foot goes outside of the palms. Keep the knee above the ankle or slightly behind the ankle. Don't let your knee come forward. So we're going to get the left hip down to the ground by sliding the right foot and right knee backwards. So maybe you're staying on your hands. Maybe your forearms will go to the floor. Maybe you're somewhere in between those 2 levels, in which case use a block or a pillow to put your arms or forearms on, wherever you need. Go back to your breath. Same as in pigeon, breathing into the hip and try and release tension with every exhale. Keep the face and forehead relaxed. We'll take 3 more breaths. So in pigeon and this pose, lizard or dragon lunge as it's called, you can spend 5-10 minutes staying here if you really want to work on your hips. Again, typical in yin yoga, you might stay here for 10 minutes. We're going to move on now, however, coming back onto the hands, walking the right foot, right knee in, sliding the left foot out. Switch side, right foot steps forward. Check your knee is above the ankle, and then slide the left foot and left knee back. Let's start working the right hip down towards the mat. Use your block if you need. Again, it might feel really different on this side. Go back to the breath, breathing into that hip, letting go, surrendering with each exhale. Go back to the breath, stay with the breath. Three more deep, steady breaths. Slowly change back to your hands. Walk the left foot, left knee in. Slide the right foot out. Flipping onto our back. Nice and slowly go to Shavasana. This time, close your eyes. Let everything sink down into the ground. Just try and lay completely still for a moment. So we did some intense work there. The hips and lower back should be feeling quite different now. Notice any sensations that arise. Just keep a little connection to the breath. Let's move on. Open the eyes. We'll go for wind removing pose, bending the right knee. So interlock the fingers, pick up the right knee, pull the knee into the chest. Keep your head on the ground, chin slightly into the chest to stretch the back of the neck. To go deeper, drop the knee out to the right side around the rib cage, pull the knee more to the shoulder. One last squeeze and change. Let go of the leg, straighten it out, bend the left leg. Interlock the fingers on the knee, pull the knee into the chest. Suck in the belly. Pull the knee. To go deeper, drop the knee out to the side, pull the knee more to the shoulder. Change, release that leg, straighten both legs, and then bend both legs. Option one is to grab the knees. Option two is to wrap your arms around the knees and hold your own elbows. Suck in the belly. Head on the ground, chin into the chest. If it's hard to keep your head on the floor, then use a cushion or a pillow or a block under the head. Now, sucking your belly, focus on the tailbone, the very base of the spine, trying to flatten your tailbone towards the floor, stretching the very base of your spine. Change. Tap your feet on the ground. And next we're going for happy baby. Sending our feet up into the sky, reaching and grabbing the big toes. Stack the ankles above the knees, head on the ground, suck in the belly and pull on the feet. Change to straddle. Open the legs wide as you can, and try and straighten the knees. Again, suck in the belly and think about flattening your tailbone down towards the mat. Change. Bring the legs together, put the feet flat on the floor. Final spine twist, Supta Matsyendrasana. We will bend up the right leg and put the right big toes behind the left knee. Left hand on right knee, roll to the left. You should feel like you need to bump your hips very slightly to the right to make a straight line from your leg to where it joins to the spine. Right hand, palm down, shoulder height, look at the right hand. Once you're looking at the right hand, gently press on the knee. And just relax. Let go of everything. No tension. Anywhere in the body. Relax shoulders, face, jaw. Follow the breath. through the nose, send it down towards the toes. Two more deep breaths. Keep your eyes shut. And then release the knee, come back to the center, straighten both legs, bend the left leg. Switching sides, right hand on the left knee, roll to the right. Maybe you feel like you need to bump your hips very slightly to the left. Left hand, palm down, shoulder height, look at the left hand. Close your eyes, relax, sink down into your mat. Just a little pressure through the hand on the knee. Not too much. Follow the breath. Try and send the energy down towards the toes. Follow it back up as you exhale. Final breath. Keep your eyes closed. Release the leg. Release the knee. Lay flat on your back in Shavasana. Let go. Let everything sink down into the floor. Try and lay completely still. We're trying to keep the mind clear, but that's very difficult. So you can keep your focus on the breaths. If it's still hard to keep focus, if your mind keeps wandering, you can count the exhale. So every time you exhale, count a little bit like counting sheep or something like that. Take a scan of the body, starting at your toes. Slowly work your way up through the body and relax anywhere you find tension. Even the slightest hint of a muscle being tight, try and let go. We'll spend 5 minutes laying in silence. I'll let you know when that timer's up. Just try and let go. Stay with the breath a moment longer. Shavasana is where the magic happens. It's where you get to absorb the practice. For some, it's the most difficult pose to do. So we bring life slowly back to the body. You can wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Keep the eyes closed for a moment. To come out, slowly bend up your knees. Or you can stay in Shavasana, totally up to you. If you want to come out, bend up your knees and slowly roll over onto your side. This is where I'm going to finish the session today. Make the most of whatever you can do today, whatever kind of freedoms you have, or access to friends or family or whatever, I don't know. We're going to try and paddleboard here today. Hopefully we won't get arrested. So if you have any questions about any poses or anything, find me a message. Okay, nice to see you all. Namaste.
Bye.
Have a great day and see you soon.
You too, Chuck.
Ciao. Bad vibes don't last. They always pass. Do you not know? Do you not know? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want to send you away. Maintain your cool now, yeah.
phone, gonna give the house. Don't feel some way. This is not your day. You got your life. That is all you need. See what they want. See what they want. Yeah. I just wanna get thing day. Don't be no fool, yeah. The man, I just wanna get thing day. Maintain your cool, yeah. Man, I just wanna get thing day. Got to take it easy, yeah. The man, I just wanna get thing day. So your friends them switch and I hang your coat, yeah. And you're getting less when you're giving more. Don't let that get you off. Oh. Bad vibes don't last, they always pass. Do you know? Do you know? Yeah, I just wanna get things. Maintain your cool, yeah. Man, I just wanna get things. I don't need no fool, yeah. I just wanna get things. Easy, yeah, yeah. The man, I just wanna get things. Said I've got a few things to announce. Yeah. Since you can't take the phone, gonna give you the house. I don't feel some way. This is not your day. You got your life. That is all you need. See what they want. All you need. See what they want. Yeah. I just wanna get things day. Maintain your cool, yeah. The man, I just wanna get things day. Don't be no fool, yeah. Bad vibes don't last. They always pass. Do you know? Do you know? Yeah. Maintain your don't be no easy, yeah. I don't feel some way. This is not your day. Maintain your cool, yeah. Don't be no fool, yeah. Easy, yeah. The man, I just wanna get things.